Welcome to Counter-Hegemony. I'm Aaron Taubes. On July 26, a military coup took place in the African country Niger. President Mohamed Bazoum was overthrown by a small group within the military. He was the first democratically elected president since Niger gained independence from France in 1960. The UN and the African Union condemned the coup. The United States and European leaders also expressed major concerns and demanded Bazoum's immediate release. Nigerian President Bola Tinubu went much further. Backed by France and the US, he issued a threat on behalf of the Economic Community of West African States, or ECOWAS. The threat included the possibility of imposing harsh sanctions and even a military intervention if the junta refused to restore the elected president. Burkina Faso, Mali and Guinea, which are also governed by military juntas, have expressed solidarity with Niger and offered their assistance in the event of a military attack. The new leaders apparently also enjoy great support among the population. The events in Niger marked the 7th coup in Africa's Sahel region, which spans from Mauritania in the west to Eritrea in the east since 2020. The concerns of Western powers about the situation in Niger have little to do with the support of democracy or human rights. They are primarily driven by economic and geopolitical interests. For more than 50 years, Niger has been a crucial supplier of uranium, particularly for French nuclear energy. The country accounts for about a quarter of the EU's uranium imports. The French state-owned company Areva has had a long-standing presence in Niger. When Nigerian leaders demanded fair prices or tried to diversify partnerships in the past, they were met with military coups supported by France. Currently, Niger exports uranium exclusively under Areva's control for the European market. Chinese production was halted in 2015. Following the coup, the military junta has announced the suspension of all uranium exports to France. Both Europe and the US are now worried that the new leaders could help China expand its presence on the African continent. Yet the concerns of Western powers go far beyond the potential decline of Niger's uranium exports. After the recent military coups in neighboring countries, Burkina Faso, Mali and Chad, the West and its African allies viewed Niger as crucial in their efforts to retain power in a region where there is a growing pro-Russian sentiment and influence by jihadist groups. Since taking over power, the military leaders in Mali and Burkina Faso have formed alliances with Russia. In Mali, the junta has opted for the assistance of the Wagner Group, a Russian mercenary company which is paid through gold mining licenses. The Wagner Group has become a stabilizing force for the ruling junta in their fight against jihadist movements, similar to what Western, and here primarily French troops were for the predecessor governments. The coup in Niger could not further increase Russia's military footprint in the region. And not only this, Niger is home to one of the largest US military bases on the African continent. Base 201 near Agadez plays a central role in US drone warfare in West, Central and East Africa. The military government in Niger has already terminated its military cooperation agreements with France. A decision is yet to be made regarding the US airbase. The overthrow of the military junta in Niger could have serious repercussions far beyond its borders. It could escalate into regional conflict and open a new front in a proxy war between the West, spearheaded by the United States on one side, and Russia and China on the other. If Western powers or its allies get involved in Niger, they may end up clashing with the Wagner Group-supported forces in Mali and Burkina Faso. Such an intervention would certainly have catastrophic humanitarian consequences on the ground. It would undoubtedly also lead to a sharp increase in the number of refugees fleeing towards Europe. That does it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.